On August 9, 1986, Freddie Mercury stepped on stage for one of the most unforgettable nights in rock history. His doctor had warned him not to perform. His voice was already failing. And that night, something shocking even happened in the crowd. A fan died during Who Wants to Live Forever. But what followed on stage would shock everyone even more. From John Deacon's sudden outburst to Freddie Mercury's mysterious disappearance after the show, this wasn't just a concert. It felt like the beginning of the end for Queen. Freddie Mercury was born on September 5, 1946, in Zanzibar, into a Parsi Zoroastrian family. His early life was shaped by rich African, Arab, and Indian cultures, which later influenced his music style. He was born with 4 extra teeth, something he believed helped him develop his famous vocal range. But his life changed forever at 17, when the Zanzibar Revolution forced his family to flee to England. Before that, Freddie spent much of his childhood in India, studying at St. Peter's boarding school near Mumbai. That's where he first started calling himself Freddie and discovered his love for music. He formed his first band, the Hectics, at just 12 years old, performing covers of rock and roll artists. Even then, his talent stood out. After moving to England, Freddie studied art at Ealing College, where he developed design skills that later helped him create Queen's logo. To survive, he worked small jobs, including at Heathrow Airport. There, he met members of a band called Smile, Brian May and Roger Taylor. In 1970, Freddie joined them as lead singer and renamed the band Queen. John Deacon joined later, completing the lineup. Freddie also changed his last name to Mercury, inspired by his own lyrics. At first, Queen struggled. Their early albums failed to chart, and success seemed far away. But everything changed with Killer Queen in 1974. Freddie wrote it in one night. It became their first major hit, reaching the top charts in the UK and US. Its mix of elegance, humor, and Brian May's unique guitar work made Queen stand out. But their biggest breakthrough came with Bohemian Rhapsody. Released in 1975, Bohemian Rhapsody took 3 weeks to record with 180 overdubs, making it one of the most expensive songs ever. It broke all rules. No chorus, just 3 parts: ballad, opera, and rock. Music executives called it too risky, but Queen refused to cut it. DJ Kenny Everett played it on repeat, fans loved it, and it stayed #1 in the UK for 9 weeks. It later returned to global charts after Freddie's death and Wayne's World. The 4-hour video also became iconic, changing music history. From that moment, Queen became unstoppable. In the 1980s, things changed. Hot Space, 1981, explored disco and funk, but many fans disliked it. Body Language, 1982, faced backlash and was even banned by MTV. Freddie still pushed forward. In 1985, he released Mr. Bad Guy, a solo album full of synth pop, showing a new side of him. It reached the UK top 10 and proved his solo strength. Soon after, he collaborated with Montserrat Caballé on Barcelona, blending opera and rock. The title track later became linked to the 1992 Olympics, but behind the scenes, Queen was falling apart. After Hot Space, the band took a break due to growing tension. Brian May later admitted, "We hated each other for a while." During the work sessions, frustration peaked. Brian even considered quitting, while John Deacon unexpectedly left for Bali. At the same time, Queen faced public backlash for performing in apartheid-era South Africa in 1984. They were condemned by the UN and banned by the Musicians' Union. Even later shows, like Rio 1985, saw mixed reactions from crowds. Freddie's personal life added pressure, especially due to his controlling manager Paul Prenter, who created tension within the band. Everything changed on July 13, 1985. Live Aid. Despite being ill, Queen delivered a legendary 21-minute performance, opening with Bohemian Rhapsody, Radio Gaga, and We Are the Champions. Freddie controlled over 70,000 people like a conductor, and the clap moment became iconic. Elton John later said, "You bastards, you stole the show." Live Aid revived Queen instantly. Afterwards, they recorded A Kind of Magic, including Who Wants to Live Forever, inspired by Highlander. In 1986, Queen launched the massive Magic Tour across Europe. On August 9, 1986, Freddie performed his final show at Knebworth Park in front of 120,000 fans. Despite illness, he delivered a powerful set, including Under Pressure, Bohemian Rhapsody, and We Are the Champions. At 9:02 p.m., he said, "Thank you, lovely people. Good night and sweet dreams." His final goodbye. Backstage, John Deacon lost his temper and said, "I can't do this anymore." That night, 23-year-old Michael Jennings collapsed during the show and was later pronounced dead at 9:43 p.m. Freddie left the stage unusually fast, shaken and quiet, later saying, "I don't know if I can do this." Roger Taylor remembered him saying, "Darling, I think I've given it my all." For Queen, it felt like the end of an era. Freddie's closest bond was with Mary Austin, his lifelong best friend, who he called his only true friend, and left much of his estate to. Later, he was with Jim Hutton and remained close to Barbara Valentin, showing his complex personal life. Freddie struggled with his identity in a time when being gay was still heavily stigmatized. He often avoided direct answers, joking instead, once saying he was as gay as a daffodil. Behind the fame, he was also a serious art lover, collecting Picasso, Dali, antique glass, and Japanese prints. His home was filled with beauty and creativity. Freddie Mercury was diagnosed with HIV in 1987, though early symptoms may have appeared years earlier. At the time, AIDS carried huge stigma, and tabloids relentlessly speculated about his health, pushing him further into silence. Only a few close people knew the truth, including his assistant Peter Freestone. Freddie reportedly spent more time with his cats than anyone else in his final years. Despite his condition, he never stopped creating music. In 1990, Queen recorded Innuendo. They worked in short bursts so Freddie could rest, knowing his time was limited. Yet he still pushed himself beyond expectations. One of his final masterpieces, The Show Must Go On, became a symbol of his determination. When asked if he could sing it, Freddie drank vodka and said, "I'll fucking do it, darling." And he did, in one perfect take. Even in his final months, he kept recording. His last sessions included A Winter's Tale, released after his death. His final public appearance came on February 18, 1990, at the Brit Awards. Frail and visibly ill, he simply said, "Thank you, good night." Those were his last words to the public. By late 1991, Freddie was bedridden in Kensington. On November 23rd, he publicly confirmed he had AIDS. Just one day later, on November 24th, 1991, Freddie Mercury passed away at the age of 45. His partner, Jim Hutton, said his final moments were peaceful. After his death, Queen's legacy only grew stronger. The 1995 album Made in Heaven featured his final recordings and became a global success, selling over 20 million copies. Today, Freddie Mercury remains one of the most powerful voices in music history, his legacy living on through billions of streams and generations of fans.